Follow Michael Brown at Michael Brown USA. And stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. Tom Martino is next on Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 970-684-4256. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 970-684-4256, 970-684-4256.
Get the best deal anywhere on countertops from theartofgranite.com. Any natural stone or man-made material, they do it all. Plus, you get a free backsplash, free sinks, a free cutting board, and a free bathroom vanity. Free tear-out and haul-away is always included, and always materials at cost. Even better now, 10% off labor for a limited time. Get prices on the phone, 303-386-5919, 386-5919, theartofgranite.com.
Spring in Colorado, and if you're a business owner that hates to paint, do what business owner Steve did. He called Rhino Shield.
The building itself is made out of concrete block. We've had it painted once before, and I heard the ads for Rhino Shield, and that piqued my interest.
Rhino Shield ceramic technology is specifically formulated for our unique climate right here in Colorado, and it's Class 1 fire rated.
So the Rhino Shield crew that came out was really good. Next to our building, we have some automotive repair shop. There was no paint, no overspray anywhere that I could see, even on the concrete.
Business or residential, get the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
You don't think of paint as an investment, but when you don't have to worry about painting your building for 25 years, to me is a no-brainer.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 844-317-4466. That's 844-31-RHINO or rhinoshieldco.com.
Go Rhino Shield!
Forging ahead together drives Colorado's pioneering spirit. At Chevron, we donate funding and volunteer thousands of hours in support of the communities we call home. We also employ our neighbors to deliver the energy needed as the state's largest oil and natural gas producer, all to help improve lives in our shared backyard. That's energy in progress. Visit colorado.chevron.com.
Our home is part of our family. It's where we gather, we celebrate, we enjoy close relationships. So our home deserves love and attention. That's why I recommend ZeroResDenver.com. ZeroRes not only gets carpets, floors, ductwork, and more clean, it's a healthy clean for you and your family. No residue is the promise. Zero residue is the fulfillment. Your carpets don't just look clean, they are clean. Zero Resified. Free of dirt, grime, and residue from previous cleanings. Any surface in your home, tile and grout, hardwood, laminate, stone, and upholstery. The only deep cleaning service I'll allow in my home. Even the indoor air quality is better. With ZeroRes, there's no noxious chemicals in the air. Get 3 rooms at $119 and take $75 off duct cleaning. ZeroResDenver.com, 303-471-5150. 471-5150. Don't risk the chemicals and excessive water of those other guys. Get really clean. 303-471-5150.
This report is sponsored by Allstate.
We've got a hot day for your Friday to kick off Memorial Day weekend. Temperatures today in the mid-80s with lots of sunshine, light breeze, and then Saturday, chance for storms in the afternoon. Sunday, a soaker. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Bird.
Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on the free iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump now threatening the European Union with a 50% tariff on all EU products coming into U.S. because, he writes on social media, there's no deal in the works yet. The president also threatening Apple with a 25% tariff on all of its products unless the company agrees to manufacture all iPhones in the United States. Vice President J.D. Vance delivering the commencement address at the U.S. Naval Academy, telling the graduates in Annapolis,
the Trump administration has reversed course. No more undefined missions. No more open-ended conflicts. We're returning to a strategy grounded in realism and protecting our core national interests.
No ceasefire discussions, but Ukraine and Russia are beginning a prisoner exchange. 1,000 from each side are being returned. The fifth round of nuclear talks in Rome between the U.S. and Iran have now ended. No breakthroughs. This is ABC News. The White House releasing a report focusing on chronic conditions among children.
This report calls the nation's children, quote, the sickest generation in American history, and blames many chronic illnesses on ultra-processed foods, chemicals in the environment, sedentary behavior, and an over-reliance on digital devices, all that screen time that us parents worry about. It also suggests childhood vaccines need to be studied further, echoing, of course, the beliefs of Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., despite dozens of high-quality studies on these questions.
ABC Chief White House Correspondent Mary Bruce. Another major company announcing it's raising prices.
Nike is set to increase prices on a wide range of things, footwear, apparel for adults, equipment. As soon as this week, prices, according to reports, could go up between $2 and $10 an item. Nike, in a statement about the increases, didn't blame directly President Trump's tariffs, but almost all of Nike's products are made in Asia.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs?
I'll be curious, like if I can get 75,000, 80,000 miles with absolutely no issue.
That was pretty cool. No, the trade-ins doing okay? Because I saw the Cybertrucks getting crushed.
Cybertrucks are getting crushed. So I looked for a used X. There was 0 24s. Mine's a 25, the new one. So I looked quite a bit. The used market on the S and X is pretty good if you want something 23, 24. But I couldn't even find a 24. I mean, everything was like 22s, a couple 23s, but you were only talking maybe $20,000 difference. And they didn't have the seating arrangement I wanted, so it just didn't even matter. But
oh, man, I hear a sniffle. You must be back with us today.
Budget shortfall. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston says city employees will be furloughed and a hiring freeze.
I'm with not my disability. Whatever. Sit in a wheelchair. You can park closer at the store. I don't care. All I'm saying is,
you are so bad. You're worse than like the worst.
I want to park close at the store. You're like 1 foot in the extra close parking. I'm saying I heard a sniffle, and I was overjoyed to know that you were back.
Oh, thank
you. Through DIA's International Terminal and who stayed at a Quality Inn and Suites May 13th and 14th to be on the lookout for possible exposure to measles. An out-of-state traveler with a confirmed case of measles came through at that time. Symptoms appear anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks after exposure, include a cough, runny nose, red eyes, fever, and a rash. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by WhatsApp.
Yeah, still trying to clear an accident southbound 25 approaching I-70. It looked like only the right lane getting around this. They're in the cleanup stages. It looks like, well, maybe make that 2 right lanes. Most of the activities on the left side, they do have tow trucks hooking up wreckage and what have you, but we're looking at a backup that extends almost to 84th Avenue. It is rock solid for that drive heading south, trying to get into downtown. I-70 both directions into the mousetrap there to I-25 has been backed up. 270 running a little heavy, and Pena also coming out of the airport. It's actually slow from E-470 back to I-70. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Wondering what a personal message with your credit card number has in common with way too many pictures of your dog? Well, they're both private. Because on WhatsApp, your personal messages are yours. No one else can see or hear them, not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
A wave of new wealth awaits you with honest answers on how to make real estate investments the smart way, fully managed, safe, and secure. Find out more on the Vestera Turnkey Show, Saturday mornings at 8 on Talk Radio 630 KHOW.
Hi, Dan Cicchini. For your kitchen update done right, go to drhi.com. Great cash incentives or a special financing rate of 0% APR with 48 equal monthly payments with approved credit. For details, 800-362-8370.
Imagine cutting out the middleman when getting a new home loan. Whether it's a traditional mortgage, a reverse mortgage, a HELOC, or a refinance, CMG Financial is the leader. They're the bank. They can beat almost any rate out there. I'm consumer advocate Marc Mager. If you're looking for a home loan, you need to call CMG Financial. They're going to save you a ton of money. Don't let the other guys fool you. Go to partnerinlending.com. Partnerinlending.com.
Address hair loss with the same simple one-day treatment I received. AdvancedHair.com.
We've become so much more than a fixed frequency from a radio tower. Take your radio with you. 630 KHOW is now available on multiple platforms and thousands of devices. Listen to Denver's talk station from anywhere.
A stream online
at KHOW.com. Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. That's check. Enter it now at KHOW.com. Keep listening to win on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Today is Car Friday. I'll bring up the experts in the studio in 1 second here.
Tommy boy.
Yes, what? What?
Nothing. It's good to hear your voice.
I thought maybe there was a technical difficulty. You were going to say, Tommy boy, you're over or under modulated, or I can't hear you. Or
No.
Okay, well, good, Mark. And by the way, Mark, what I call my godsend, because when I don't feel like doing it, I know I got a co-pilot here. And I got the experts in this.
That's what Suzanne says, too.
And I have the experts always available for my car day, and then my deputies who have been with me very strongly. And I almost called Dimitri and says, hey, D, come on over to the house today. Or Doc, come on over to the house. But I wasn't sure I'm going to do the whole show. But anyway, let's talk about this. Today is car day. Let me bring in the studio here. As you can see, there's Deputy D, Deputy Doc, Kevin Calkin, and Major Marc Mager. And today I have some fun I want to do with car day. And I want to classify cars. I want to classify them like the most romantic car, the sexiest car, the most luxurious car, the immature car, the sensible car. I'll tell you what I think the most luxurious car is. Rolls-Royce. I mean, I don't think there's and the Bentleys, that English kind of motif, that man, those freaking Rolls-Royces, they take my breath away. And I'm not excited about cars, but if I had one, I would be afraid to drive it. I had a Bentley one time that was pretty nice, back when the Bentleys were Bentleys before they became mass-produced. And I liked it, but I was afraid to drive it. Had this fancy interior and all this stuff, and I was just afraid of it. And I was stupid.
You were the same way with that Ferrari. You had that Ferrari for like 2 years and put 8 miles on it.
I know. You know what? I went through some really stupid times with cars. I really did. Where I thought a car.
Why is that? I don't understand why that's stupid. Why is that stupid?
What I meant was,
they're just totally impractical.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Totally impractical. I had some cars at times.
But wait a second. Hold on, Kevin.
Yeah.
Mr. Kevin that probably owns more smokers and barbecue grills than I do. How impractical is that?
Well, no, they're all for something. I mean, but a Ferrari, okay. That's a once-in-a-month drive.
Mm-hmm. So, Wait, I want to know something, though. Kevin, are you a big outdoor cooker?
Oh, yeah, love it. Love it.
Really? Now, Mark, one of the biggest ones I ever knew was Buddy Mitchell from Simply Floors, Inc. That guy is crazy with outdoor cooking. He's got the portable pizza oven, and he's got all these outdoor cookers.
Yeah.
And then I know.
Yeah, he is a little nutty.
Mark.
No, he's a little nutty for sure.
Yeah, and Mark loves outdoor cooking. I never got into it. Here's my problem with outdoor cooking. Oh, and Memorial Day's coming up, so this is it. This is the big
Monday.
This is the big kickoff of outdoor cooking. I can never. Okay, I don't use. Maybe I should use a meat thermometer, but I can never really judge extra rare, medium well. I can't do it. Whenever I eat at Mark's and he does it, he slaps it on, and I don't see him use a meat thermometer, and it comes out perfectly. What I do is cut a little sliver in the meat and look at it. Do you do that, Kevin, or do you pretty much know?
Oh no. No. You get used to it.
You can a steak's easy depending on
Mark.
The only thing a really thick fillet's a little tougher.
Yep.
But either a meat thermometer like you're talking about, but generally you just touch it and you learn it with your finger.
But you can tell by the feel if it's rare.
In barbecue, you just know from your time when you're smoking something. You know from your equipment because you know basically what the temp is, and then the time, and then the look at the bark.
Now, here's what I want
to know. And Tom, they have a lot of wireless meat thermometers now that make it real easy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, big
You mean
time.
it broadcasts to your phone?
Yeah,
absolutely.
You just put a probe in. Yeah.
I'll use those for any smoking I do over, say, 7-8 hours. So anything but ribs. If I'm doing a huge brisket, it's going to have a probe in it.
Mark, how many different cookers do you have? Which kinds?
Well, unfortunately, Suzanne made me throw a crap load of them away. So I am down to 2. Actually, I'm down to 3. I got what's called a medium green egg. I have a beautiful smoker made by Members Mark, and then a propane grill made by Members Mark.
But isn't the egg a smoker
big, beautiful
too?
smoker?
It's a big, beautiful smoker, just like the big, beautiful bill that just passed the house.
Yeah, big, beautiful. I know. So listen.
Hey, I was going to tell you, Suzanne and I owned one of the most romantic vehicles ever.
57 Chevy convertible.
No. It was a 2004. We bought it brand new when we had Mountain Peak computers. 2004 E150 conversion van, and it had a fold-down back chair that turned into a bed. And if that van was a knockin', no, damn it, I said it wrong. It's rockin', don't come a knockin'. Thomas, did we lose him? Shannon, is that possible? We just lost him? I wonder if my goodness, he must have dropped off. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll try to get him back up. I think my kids are probably pretty young, and we were out in Chautauqua, and they still had the full-blown drive-in.
Those are cool.
Yeah, you would get out. You could either hang the thing on the side of your window or tune in on the FM transmitter. And then they had, the popcorn, and they literally had an arcade behind the screen as well. But I don't think my kids will see it again. Ever. But
you used to get to see 2 movies, too.
Oh, yeah. You used to see 2 movies. I remember, too, we used to sneak people in the cars.
In the trunk.
Doc, what do you think? Most romantic vehicle?
I don't know.
What an odd thing, a romantic vehicle.
I thought 57 Chevy convertible was so cool and so romantic at the time.
Why romantic, though?
I don't know.
Isn't that Christine?
I don't know.
No, Christine was like a 55
it was a Plymouth.
Or something. Plymouth.
I think it was
an
a
older
Plymouth.
one, yeah.
You know what I saw on the way to work today? I saw like a... oh, dang it. Now I can't even think about it. I can't even remember what it's called, but I couldn't believe it was still on the road. It was
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm here. Yeah, yeah. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I did touch something. Yeah, yeah. I did touch something and it wanked out. That's my new word, wanker. Anyway, hey, is Shannon, is wanker allowed on the air? Hey. All right, so listen. When you were talking about your vans are sleazy vehicles. They just, Unabombers, sexual assaults, they're all bad. Vans have a bad connotation. What's the most immature vehicle? Yeah, like it shows someone is immature. I think a Beetle. A Porsche? Okay, what's the most sensible vehicle? What's the most sensible vehicle? Yeah. I think, Toyotas are the Toyota Corolla, the most sensible car made. They still make it? Now, I think the sexiest vehicle is a Lamborghini. And then, as we've always talked about and never have come up with anyone, the most sensible all around vehicle for every purpose, if you only had to have one vehicle. You know what mine used to be? The Chevy Avalanche. Oh, you know what? If they made them, I'd get one right now and sex it up. I love it. I would put all kinds of fancy stuff on it. They don't make them. Doesn't they? Everyone has a version of that kind of like. But why did they do away with the Avalanche? That is the thing I do not understand. I absolutely don't. Let me bring up Mark Szymanski real quick. Mark's on for his spot, but I want to ask him something. Mark, what would you say is the best all-around vehicle if you could only have one? Oh, they're cool. That's like an Avalanche, right? Isn't that like an Avalanche? Oh, okay. I thought I had a. Doesn't Honda make one with a little pickup? Okay. So, Mark, what is your? Oh, yeah, you're right. Now, Mark Szymanski, Mark Szymanski, what do you think is the sexiest? Oh, go ahead. The sexiest. Oh, yeah. What about the most luxurious car? Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I think Cadillacs are pretty damn good too. They really are. All right. So speaking of Mark, we're going to take a quick break. Mark will be right back with us right after this. All right, now we're back with Mark Szymanski from Genesis Total Exteriors.com. And it's with us again, the season where people want to get a lot of stuff done, and it goes by so quickly because everyone wants it done now. What is going on, Mark, with all of the summer projects? Right. And everyone calls too late and then wants it right away. So, how much lead time if they call right now? When can you get on the job? How about a deck? Okay. So you heard that, folks. So start calling today to get Genesis Total Exteriors on the job. As I say, in a world where contractors, my God, they're a dime a dozen, but you can't trust many of them, you can trust Genesis Total Exteriors.com. I've known Mark for many, many years. They have a great company. Go ahead, give them a call, 303-679-8509. That's 303-679-8509. Genesis, as in the beginning, Genesis Total Exteriors.com. Hey, you want to talk about something else on the outside of your house? Let's talk solar. Red Rocks Roof and Solar. They're the people that we trust for solar. They're the people that do not just the sales at the door, they do the installation, the service, and they can even help you with the tax deductions and special grants if you're a commercial operation and you want to get the thing paid for. Red Rocks Roof and Solar, they got it down pat. If you want Red Rocks to do your solar, get the call in now, and they will even service systems that aren't theirs. They're the real deal when it comes to solar. 303-704-2449, 704-2449. Thank you. Does a blockage hurt? Does it actually hurt, Doc? Oh. But does it hurt though? I didn't know. Hey, Tom Martino here. 303-713 Talk Car Friday. We're talking cars. We're talking anything you want. Let's talk to Samantha. She's got an overheating issue, I believe, with a 2017 Jeep Wrangler. Samantha. Oh, she did. Okay. Well, Samantha, call us back if you want. Hey, but while we're talking about it, let's ask Kevin, what's the main reason for overheating? I mean, on all vehicles, what's the main reason usually? So they're actually low on fluid. What about thermostats? Do they screw up a lot? Okay. Now, I know they make. Go ahead, Kev. Now, I hear that coolant is overlooked. Like people don't flush it or service it like they do oil. Do you agree? And one thing Kevin doesn't like, Kevin does not like lifetime anything. Yeah, it's silly. Yeah, it's silly. Now, what is somebody wants to know? They texted me. By the way, let me give that number out because I love this text number. By the way, even when I'm off the air, I get the texts and I can use them on the show. 747 999 5280. 747 999 5280. Somebody wants to know, what would you say that they're looking for one right now, Kev? The best all around work vehicle. Work vehicle. And I think he means a pickup because he put PU work vehicle, pickup work vehicle. I'm sure that means. So what would you say? Do you like, let's put it out there. Huh? Okay. See, what about the Tundra? Do they really beat the hell out of Ford and Chevy and Dodge? Wow. In what regard? In what regard do you say that? Is that an Allison? And who makes the 10 speed? Okay. All right. So what about Dodge trucks? We don't hear much about them anymore. Now, one guy just texted me, I don't know if he's lying, just now, that his Tundra has almost 500,000 miles. Is that possible? My God, what is it about them? What? Okay, other than the transmission, is the engine so tight that it doesn't become a leak bucket? Now, speaking of Toyota, Deputy D sitting there. Deputy D loves, don't you love Toyota's Deputy D? Don't ever tell him that. Don't ever tell him that. He wants to be completely disconnected. Yeah. Hey, do you have a smartwatch, Deputy D? Of course not. He would never wear one. I want to ask you something. What bugs you so much about being spied on? Well, anyway, I want to stay on time. I want to remind people we're asking you to categorize cars: the sexiest, the most luxurious, the best work vehicle. Let's put that in there. The most comfort, luxury, whatever category you want to give us on a car. And if you had to have one, which one would it be? And what would? But Mark? Did you once do a segment on their very first car? On who? All right. All right. We'll be right back. No, that's good. I like it. Shut up. You're trying to stir trouble. I'm going to come over there. Hey, can you ask Mark to do Become the Banker? And I'll do Gravina's. Yes. Got it. You know, when I think about window siding and doors, I can't help but think Gravina. They've been around for so long. And now, of course, Larry Gravina broke off from his dad years and years ago at 950 West Evans, and his son Nick has joined the business. They have a great number of windows, not just literally the number of windows, but the number of brands, 50 lines of windows for you to choose from. And they have multiple lines of siding and doors and everything you need for the outside of your home. 303 Gravina. Heritage, quality, value, and variety. 303 Gravina, Gravina, or gravinas.com. What is he doing? It's Become the Banker. Anyway, just so he knows, I don't know. He's fucked up. I think he had a brain fart. Jesus. He'll have to make this one up somehow. Switch it up. Yes. Hello. I'm here, brother. That Ethel Merman's a good one. Yeah, motherfucker. Hi, Tom Martino here. Samantha, talk about your 2017 Jeep Wrangler. What's going on? Oh, wait. I want to ask a couple questions, Samantha. Did you buy this new? Okay, and how many miles on it now? And you went through that, Kevin, four head gaskets. My God, what do you think's going on? You know, it sounds like you have a bunch of clowns working on it. That's what it sounds like to me. It doesn't sound really. It sounds like you have a bunch of clowns working on it. But you're talking about the same company, right? How much have you paid on the damn head gaskets each time? So right now, they say you need a head gasket. All right, what do you think's going on, Kevin? Do you think it's just Kevin, have you ever heard of this 2017 Jeep having an engine problem? But why? Do you think resurfacing the heads now, do you think it's too late? When they say she needs a new engine, why wouldn't they just recommend a new head? But it would here's what I'm asking, Kevin. If she was supposed to plane that head long ago and true the head and she didn't, can it ruin the bottom of the engine? Right. Oh, I see. Yeah. No, but it wasn't under warranty. It wasn't under warranty. It was out of warranty, and they did a good faith repair. So that would not extend. However, if it was in warranty when it began, you're right, Doc, and it was never corrected, it would still be a warranted item. But it was outside of warranty when they fixed it. That's the big deal right now. This sucks, man. What dealer is it? Yeah, but that seems to me it should be covered. If it's a manufacturer's defect, why isn't it covered? What's okay? But you didn't do that yet, right? It's still taken apart. Now, what's the name of the dealer? Okay, now I want Deputy D to just call over and possibly even talk to someone at the district level for Chrysler Jeep. This may not be a dealership thing. I don't know what it is, but certainly if there's a manufacturer's defect on a block, for God's sakes, you would think it would be covered. Kevin, have you ever heard about this? You've heard about overheating, but have you heard about any specific defect? Gosh, dang it. All right, hold on, Samantha. Samantha, you hang on, all right? Now, Ron, we're gonna take your question. We'll think about it and come back to it. What kind of electrical issue on your car? All right. You know what? They do electrical issues, so hang on. We'll come back to that. I'm Tom Martino, waterpros.net, the best water systems, the lowest prices anywhere. $49.95 will get you everything you need in your house for forever chemicals, softening, and drinking water at the kitchen sink. Never a better price. Waterpros.net. You mean, yes, that's right. And I'm going to do the two up front. Well, we have that disclaimer on American financing. So can I still do American financing, then he do Denver Regen? That's what I meant. So, but can I? Okay, I'll do those two first. You know, I want to tell you, before you start investing anything, before you start doing anything financially, you need to get rid of high interest debt. That's elementary, okay? High interest debt costs you each and every month. And the extra you pay in interest never comes back to you. American Financing and I have a plan. They have the Smart Equity Loan, and they will do a loan for the accumulation of credit card debt you have to get rid of it once and for all, then have a much lower payment with a home equity loan, and you can pay that off quicker than your regular mortgage, or you have breathing room to pay quickly when you can and regular when you can't. It's the smart equity loan. It puts control on you, and then you will have breathing room and improved credit. 303-695-7000. You may need a complete refi. They can do that too. 303-695-7000. That's AmericanFinancing.net. Give them a call. Now, let's talk about this. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Once you have your act in order, I want you to go to Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies and ask them what they can do for you. They're retirement coaches. What they do is they help you get ready for retirement, whether you're 30, 40, 50, 60, and then they coach you through retirement. They help you with a nest egg to grow it, to keep it safe, with income, with insurance planning for long-term care, and estate planning. They can help you in that area, passing on your business or selling it. Call them and say, what exactly can you do for me? And they'll be very, very specific. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, rpcenter.com, rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211. No, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll work. No. What we were doing with Samantha is Deputy D was taking it, so we can get rid of her and Deputy D will call her. We don't need Samantha. No, D will call her. That's right. Exactly. Thank you. Holy crap. I like that. This new Chevy. No, some guy texted me, this is a beautiful vehicle. Beautiful. God almighty. It's a Chevy. It's a Chevy EV, and it's called the new Chevy EV Silverado, and it looks just like an Avalanche but electric. It really looks beautiful. Look at it. How much is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely. Kevin, that is like equivalent to what, a 150? That's ridiculous. But it's a beautiful truck, isn't it? Shit. Beautiful. Wow. I wonder what the range and all that shit is. Man, they're just expensive though. They're starting at 73. Do you believe that, Mark? Hi, Tom Martino here. You know, when I was talking about the Avalanche, somebody texted me a link to a YouTube, and it's this Chevy Silverado EV. Looks like an electric Avalanche is what it is. beautiful vehicle, but just a little too expensive for that category. You know, you can't get one really for under 80 grand. You can't even touch it. And that's a little too much for the Chevy, in my opinion. Ron, you have the 2015 Buick Enclave. Guys, Kevin, what do you think when it rains or snows? There seems to be an accumulation of water. It goes down and some of it gets to his floor pan. And to me, I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's a short. Where's the water coming from? Do you know? But that's the first thing. The first thing is solving the water. The second thing is finding, now, could there be damage to circuit boards that need to be replaced? Ron, is this under warranty? Oh, of course. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 2015. So why don't you take it over to Kevin? I mean, where is it right now? Who is? That's right. Honest Accurate Auto. Why don't you call Honest Accurate Auto? Ask for Jesse. Tell him the issue you're having. He's pretty good at tracking that down. Where have you had it? Have you had it at a dealer? Okay. Now they may be good and they may be honest. They may be honest and good, but sometimes it just takes an extra touch. And so try them out. Yeah, and it's called Honest Accurate Auto. Yeah, get rid of that. That's the first one. Then once that's done, then you can hunt down the electrical problem. And if Jesse needs help, yeah, there might not be. Might not be another problem once it dries up. All right, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Angel, go ahead. What's going on? I can hear you. Right. Let me ask you something, Angel. Angel, I want to ask you something. We're going to continue this after the break, but I want to ask you, does he have dementia? All right, hold on. We'll come back to this and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Okay, I'll check it. Tessie 1, 2. Let me hear you. You're right. I'm going to have to restart the stream. I'm going to have to stop and restart it. So nothing is going through. Guys,